morning and welcome to the Thursday edition of the Bumper Breakfast Show on MITV. It promises to be a wonderful edition, so I'll ask you to sit back, relax and have fun as you watch the Bumper Breakfast Show this morning. Well, we'll start by taking the newspaper headlines. And with me this morning is The Nation, and we'll take headlines from The Nation newspaper. It says, APC challenges PDP on plots to derail the 2023 elections. Well, I wonder why. I don't know why, but whatever it is, let's keep our fingers crossed and pray that the 2023 elections will be successful and will be free of violence and and we will get the best man to do the job. INEC admits seeing overvoting in Osun. INEC admits seeming overvoting in Osun. Buhari seeks approval for 1 liter cash advance, 1 trillion cash advance from CBN. How Blue Light Rail will benefit Lagos by Sanwo-Olu. Well, we hope that would happen soon, and we would all be beneficiaries of that. That's a good one. CBN raises weekly cash withdrawal limit to 500,000 naira. We discussed this on the program last week, and I remember we were talking about the 100,000 limit, and we said with confidence that we knew that there was going to be an increase, really soon. And our analysis at the time was that, if you want to operate a cashless economy, it's a gradual thing. That's the way some people would see it, and that's really the way I would suggest it should happen. Because when you're weaning a child off the breast, you do it gradually. It's a gradual thing. These people, Nigerians, are used to spending cash, so you just can't suddenly, take it away from them. Although, the cashless economy system, I think is a laudable one, because if we want to be like the Joneses, then we better step up to the game. So this is really expected. The CBN raises weekly cash withdrawal to 500,000 naira. But corporate bodies are free to withdraw 1 million naira weekly. And January 9th is a takeoff date, and it still remains January 9th. That's from the Nation newspaper this morning. Yinka Kenny will be joining me on the program very soon. I'm excited because I can see her. Let's look at the Punch. What does the Punch say? It says deposits dry up and Nigerians face a bleak Christmas. Fuel queues worsen in Lagos. Others marketers blame supply shortage. Interstate commercial drivers, passengers bemoan high cost of fuel. Filling stations closed down over unavailability of petrol. Well, it's quite unfortunate that at a time like this we would be queuing for petrol. Unfortunately, we can't even get the products no matter how long the queues are. I was a bit lucky this morning. I got some fuel, but at the rate of 250 naira per liter, and that's unimaginable if you ask me. I wish something could be done about it. It's like I said, it's quite unfortunate that at this time when people need to move around, need to travel a lot, there's going to be a hike in the fares. It's unfortunate, but we wish that something could be done about it. We'll take a break right now. When we come back, we'll continue with the newspaper headline review.
Papa, mama, brother, sister, this Lagos must work for all of us. Every everybody jà fún Èkó.
Oh yes, Lagos people, papa, mama, sister, brother, auntie, plus including uncle them. Better don land for Lagos State gidigba. Money wey be for Lagos State, then go use am for Lagos State wella. No more baba sope. Dem no go chop Lagos State money. Nobody go pocket Lagos State. Dem go take am build Lagos State, build road, build hospital, build houses, and na only one man fit do this job. His name na Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor. He con carry one ogbonge person as the deputy governor. Her name na Funke Akindele. My people, wetin we dey wait for? Make we vote for light, vote for change. No be the kind change wey dem vote before. This one na the original change. How Amumu don do? Pay dey pay.
Everybody jà fún Èkó.
Okay, let's have you.
Pepito on the beat.
Today I don't
M.I. Merry Christmas, everybody. Daddy, mommy, auntie. Let us begin with the dancing. Christmas is close, bring out the Christmas clothes and straight to the party. All I want is shaking. Music that is sweeting. Mattel bottles, give me 50. Dance as if my body's itching, singing.
Jingle bell bell, jingle jingle bell bell. Everywhere I go now, jingle jingle bell bell. Jingle bell bell, jingle jingle bell bell. If you're happy, raise your jingle jingle bell. Oh yeah, better kajijo, everybody come and jijo. Oh yeah, better kajijo, baby, let us go and dance here.
Last year wasn't nobody, this year don't turn somebody. Oluwa just did it, bless me. Every show now already. I find girl just did it fancy. Up in the club now Versace, Nkechi, I'm blessing. All of the girls just did fancy. Eba mi gbere siwa, eba mi gbere siwa, eba mi gbe tokiwa, eba mi gbe tokiwa. Kérésìmesì ti dé o, ti dé o. Kérésìmesì ti dé o, yeah. Jingle bell bell.
Bell bell, jingle jingle bell bell. Everywhere I go now, jingle jingle bell bell. Jingle bell bell, jingle jingle bell bell. If you're happy, raise your jingle jingle bell. Oh yeah, better kajijo, everybody come and jijo. Oh yeah, better kajijo, baby, let us go and dance here.
Want to knock out, of course it's a banger. With the club, with the pop, with the champagnes. Want to knock out, of course it's a banger. Till the sound for the boys with the swagger. A flashback at the crib with the banter. The whole family, they do the jackpot. All the Christmas cloth with the sandals. And the children play with the Santa. But now we they show her the swagger. Big boys want blow her the rubber. Fine girls, them day for veranda. They just got back from Atlanta. Bright lights when I look at the window. About me, what fried rice, but the wisdom. With the firework, go with the disco. I want dance, take with the disco.
Jingle bell bell, jingle jingle bell bell. Everywhere I go now, jingle jingle bell bell. Jingle bell bell, jingle jingle bell bell. If you're happy, raise your jingle jingle bell. Oh yeah, better kajijo, everybody come and jijo. Oh yeah, better kajijo, baby, let us go and dance here. Better kajijo, shama jolo. Better kajijo, shama jolo.
Welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast Show. I have with me a beautiful Christmas lady. I mean, she's the one who's actually depicting the season. Yinka Kenny, it's nice to have you on the show this morning.
Good to be here. No, I said it on Monday that.
But why didn't you tell me that we should?
No, I
forgot. Now you should have called me Yinka Kenny. No, this is not nice. And you have been wearing a kara, but you have a nice green dress like a Christmas tree and your dainty Christmas cap.
I said it on Monday that throughout this week I'm going to be Christmassy. That I'm going to be very, very Christmassy this week. I'm going to be, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was doing red all over. Yesterday I did red and white. But people were like, what is it? I said, yes, this week I want to be Christmas. I want to forget all my sorrows and then postpone it till 2023.
They won't come.
They won't come. So this morning I said, okay, I've been doing red and white yesterday. Okay, let me do the Christmas tree this morning, the green and the red. So that's why I'm Mommy Christmas this morning.
Okay.
Good to be here once again. Good to be talking to the beautiful people of Nigeria, home and abroad and everywhere. And then I would say the traffic yesterday was massive. It was. I got home at some few minutes to 1 p.m.
That's expected, actually.
From Ikoyi to...
Yeah, that's expected.
But why do we say it's expected?
It's expected because...
But actually, we got a bit beyond Ogudu before Alakwere. We realized that there was a breakdown. A trailer broke down. And it was terrible. I was like, what? But we had that normal one on Third Mainland till Iyadoworo. Then we continued. It was something else.
Well, I was in that traffic too. So.
Oh, really? Yesterday?
Oh, yes, I was. I mean, yesterday was even better. A couple of days ago, I got home like 3 a.m. 3 a.m. So, it's expected that in December, I don't know what it is. I don't know how we can curb these excesses during the festive seasons. It's always like that. I don't know what goes on. I really don't know, but something needs to be done anyway.
And I'm sure you are itching to ask me about the fuel scarcity.
That's exactly, where I was reading the headlines of the newspapers, and the Punch tells us that depots actually dry up, and that Nigerians will face a bleak Christmas. That's not good news for anybody. And the truth is that the fuel queues are worsening in Lagos by the day, and marketers are blaming the supply shortage. There's interstate commercial buses, passengers bemoan high cost of fuel. Of course, I mean, it's going to affect the customers. The passengers will certainly cry out.
It's a rippling effect.
Yes, of course. And the filling stations closed down because they don't have the
really
petrol.
Do not understand what's happening. Initially we thought. What we heard was that the marketers, were having issues with the prices. The prices they were lifting the fuel, the cost of logistics, and all of that. And they were saying that the landing cost was, almost 200 naira. So, I think they were having a back and forth with NNPCL.
Yeah.
But now, I really do not know what. The Punch newspaper meant by the depots. The depots are dried up. Maybe it's just a cliche or something. I don't want to believe that depots are really dried up.
I don't think it's a cliche. I think it is that we don't have enough fuel. And that's why, yes, we don't have enough fuel.
We were, I think last week we were thinking that it was some sort of artificial scarcity, but as it is
there
now,
actually is scarcity. I mean, there's really nothing, because I went round some petrol stations and I asked them what exactly is the problem. Let us know what the problem is. And they say there's not enough, so it can't go round. It cannot go round. unfortunately.
And
this-
unfortunately, we we still have to go through the traffic, burn
all the fuel that you buy.
You get home. I pity people that do not have constant light. Fortunately, in my area, we do have a little bit of constant light. We can really boast of a good power supply, but you have to pay through your nose.
Lucky you.
You have to pay. You have really to pay.
Well, I mean, you want a service, you need to pay for a
Yes,
service
yes,
for
but
the
then we
service.
have
But
it.
I mean, as long as you get it, that's
Yeah,
good.
So it's really something I really do not have to. But my 10 liters of fuel in my generator could go on and on for like 2 weeks.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Well, actually, I guess that's the amount of I spend per night.
Yes, I
10
can
liters,
imagine.
yeah.
I can imagine. Before I moved here, I understand. I know what you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want it to feel, because Nigerians are beginning to feel like the government they seem not to
To be bothered.
about this.
I mean, to be doing, to be acting,
on
swiftly.
yes. on
We need
the-
swift action on this.
Yes,
That's what
yes.
we need.
I really don't want to be of that school of thought. I want to be a bit optimistic, and I want to believe that the necessary
Authorities are listening.
are listening, and a lot of media outfits, the electronic, the print, even the social media, the noise is everywhere. So they wouldn't say that they do not know what is happening.
And that's why there's a tendency to think that nothing is being done,
Yeah.
because it is not that it has not been brought to their notice. It has been. They know what's happening. They read the papers. They listen to the radio. They watch television. I mean, international and locally, international media have carried this over and over and over again, and nothing is being done.
everywhere.
We must do something about it,
yes.
because the people, the citizens, are suffering at the end of the day.
It shouldn't appear that
Yes.
they are clueless. Well, okay, let's.
Okay, I think we should take some of the Guardian.
The Guardian newspaper this morning has the breaking news. About the CBN backtracks.
Increases the weekly cash withdrawal.
CBN backtracks. Increases weekly cash withdrawals, and the riders are foreign interest weigh in on Emefiele DSS conflict, and pro-Emefiele protests hold in Abuja and Kaduna. Stop illegal plots to remove CBN boss, say Arewa youths. And then CBN governor explains inability to appear before lawmakers in person. Don't politicize security, DSS operations, Saraki cautions. And markets will find its course despite controversies, says Fausa. Yes,
we just talked. I just read that from the Nation newspaper. The same thing. The CBN raises weekly cash withdrawal to 500,000 naira, and I said that we discussed this last week. We were looking at it and we said, would it be, doable? And, I think that we zeroed in on the fact that there would be an increase of some sort. And that's exactly what has happened. What do you think about it?
Yes, I think it's a step in the right direction, in the sense that the CBN governor, he made himself to be a listening ear rather. He listened to the cries of the masses. I mean, in this case now, we're not talking about the lawmakers alone. We're not talking about the politicians, because even the average man on the street,
the market woman,
and everybody, the layman out there, they are complaining. Oh, for crying out loud! So even my daughter, my son going to school, 20,000, but I think this raise is just fine. For individuals, you talk about 500,000 naira.
500,000 naira.
500,000 naira, thank you. On a weekly basis, that you can do as much as 100,000 naira in a day. I think it's fine. Then we will balance it up with the internet banking,
yes,
and all of that.
Hopefully, the internet banking will be working.
Well,
that is the main problem.
Yes, but at least it's reasonable enough. I think it's real. And for the corporate bodies, 5 million naira in a week. But it doesn't mean what this clause is what we should let the masses know, because that clause seems to be hidden, in all of this. It doesn't mean that you cannot do as an individual more than 500,000 in a week.
Yeah.
But you will have to pay for it. Yes, there'll be a charge on it. I think 3% or something like that. And you begin to wonder, oh, I beg your pardon, this is my money. Why do I have to pay to take it? But then I feel on this, I am with the CBN governor on this, because we have to really pay some price to solve the problem that we find ourselves in. And if these are measures to be taken to restore the glory of Nigerian currency, well, why not? So if it's going to be something that will restrain people from going about with cash, handling cash, I think, why not? For me, it's a step in the right direction.
Well, Yinka Kemi, if you ask me, we always talk about the advanced countries, how far they've come, and so on and so forth, and we compare. It's so easy for us to compare Nigeria with these countries. Well, Nigeria is taking a step to become like them, so we should accept it. A change is always refreshing, but people are very resistant to change, unfortunately, especially in this part of the world. So, I mean, if we accept the change, but what I said last week is that it's a step in the right direction, and it will get us there. But we need to take it one step at a time. We can't just, like I said last week, like weaning a child off the breast, you have to do it gradually. Otherwise, the child and the mother would fall ill.
Suffer.
Yes. So, this is very, very fair. This is fair enough. And I think, yes,
okay.
I think, with this, we can start to move in that direction towards achieving a cashless economy in Nigeria.
Yeah, I think, okay, below the nameplate, on the front page of the Guardian newspaper, we have Sanwo-Olu celebrates completion of first phase and Lagos Blue Rail. Honestly, okay, the nation has that picture story.
Yes, we
and it's
already
looking beautiful.
Yes,
really
it is.
looking beautiful. And honestly, I want to give it to, I'm not only going to give this to Sanwo-Olu, no, I'm going to give it to governance that has been a continuum.
Yes, it has been.
Lagos
Yes.
State, because it is started, his predecessor started it, and it's good to know that it is time it has concluded. Well, the first phase, according to them, and I hope, I'm here to study the route. I hope it's going to be safe enough.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's going to benefit Lagosians if it is actually run successfully. And being run successfully means that there must be security and all, everything that needs to be in place is in place, such that the citizens can actually benefit from it. Because, I mean, you can park your car and take the train. That's so nice.
Wait. Honestly, I cannot wait.
That's so nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But Lagosians are going to be a bit skeptical because of, for obvious reasons.
But trust me, I know.
But I know.
I have a feel that people will welcome this until probably, God forbid, there are otherwise
other reasons to doubt.
Yes, to doubt. But I want to believe that Lagosians, they will embrace this, and it's going to be something that it will be good for the masses. And I wish and I hope to get in on that train one of these days. Honestly, I cannot wait. On that axis, I think, I don't know the routes now, but on that axis, I know I dread going to that area. Talk about the Badagry, the Okoko, the Maltu.
This would be a huge relief. But
I was talking to an older friend, was it 2 days ago, and she was just challenging me that, oh, YK, you have just abandoned me, blah, blah. I said, Auntie, we talk on phone. I must tell you, I cannot come there if I think about, because I just can't.
I know.
So I just cannot imagine, because I just want to go and see somebody that I can easily talk to on phone, spend all day in traffic, the stress, no.
That's what love is about. Don't worry. Love is about going the extra mile for the other person. But I know it's not
but
convenient.
shouldn't be at the detriment of your health.
I agree.
I agree. So, but with this, and it's going to increase commercial activities also, because the needless time that people have to spend, in traffic will be minimized.
Honestly, I really hope it. But Yinka Kenny, there's the other side to it that we're not looking at. So if the government does what they should do, the citizens also should do what they should do. It's a two-way traffic, and the citizens should be educated on how to take care of what is being given to them by the government.
Yes.
So it's not about sitting in your home and criticizing the government. Mm-hmm. My question is, what have you contributed to society, to the economy? How have you been impactful? These are the questions we need to ask you. So if the government is now living up to the expectations, we expect that you will too. That's my take on it.
Yeah, it's a two-way thing.
Yes.
Two-way, so for crying out loud, we all are the government. You and I, we make up the government.
Yes, we should make up the government. But you see, there's been faces and names attached to
the lawmakers.
These are the leaders.
Okay, and we also have politics here. Wike threatens to jail politicians who disobey executive orders. 2021 and 2022, and festive travelers to pay more as transporters increase fares by 100%. I wonder why. Well, maybe this time around, maybe we can put it back onto the fuel scarcity. But other than the fuel scarcity, is a norm. Is a norm for the transporters. Okay, should I go on with the Nigerian Tribune?
Yes. Okay. I mean, one or two more.
All right. Nigerian Tribune has the lead story: CBN bows to pressure, reviews cash withdrawal limits, and raises limit to 500,000 for individuals and 5 million for corporate. I am sick. Emefiele writes reps. Delegates deputy to defend policy at plenary. At least he's not keeping quiet. He's talking. It's not like he's shunning them. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. CBN governor, let nobody politicize security DSS operations. That's coming from Saraki this morning. Emefiele not a terrorist. CSOs reject charges against him. And United Kingdom parliamentarian warns against threats to CBN independence. And IPOP sit at home affected completion of second Niger bridge. That's a statement by the Honorable Minister of Works, Babajide Fashola.
Yinka Kenny, I'm looking at the Punch and the Nation. So the Punch says PDP.
Let me.
You're not done with this. Okay.
With this first okay, the Sanwo-Olu marks completion of CMS Mile to Blue Line Rail. Court orders.
We already did that, so we can just jump.
Yeah. 15. Into others. Interim forfeiture of 899,915 properties recovered from AGF Idris. That's a story that's
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that's a story that has been upcoming for some time now. And okay. Ekweremadu again. London court denies Ekweremadu's bail. Buhari, look at the supplementary budget. Buhari seeks NAS approval to borrow 819.5 billion as supplementary budget for 2022, and I think the supplementary budget is coming because of the what will I call it for the where's the word now? It's not support, is assistance for farm produce. Mm-hmm. They're looking at food, which is important now in the coming year. I hope this is going to fly.
We don't know the exact figure that is asking for, because he said this newspaper says 819.5 billion, and the Nation says 1 trillion.
Yes, that's approximately
yeah.
approximately 1 trillion naira. But most of it is because of supplements to assistance to farm produce and food and all of that. Well, I just hope we
time
come
is
out
to
of
look
this,
inwards.
all this boro.
Well, I mean, if we're borrowing to invest, and we know we're going to, get the money back and make profit on it, such that we can use the profit, for ourselves judiciously, then that makes sense. That makes sense. But it's not when you borrow the money, you don't find the initial capital, you don't find the profit, and nobody's accountable. That's where the problem is.
Yes.
So, I was saying that the Punch says PDP and APC clash over alleged Tinubu rigging plot. And the Nation says APC challenges PDP on plots to derail 2023 elections. This is all politics.
Trust them back and forth between politicians.
Yes.
It's a normal thing between them when elections are coming here. But all I know is that everybody as an individual, as a party, as a nation, we should all try to work towards the success of the coming
election. We can't afford to get it wrong, Inga Kenny. We can't afford to get it wrong this time.
And
Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. If we get it wrong, there's going to be trouble.
And unfortunately, you were having the attack on INEC offices, but then I think a good one coming from Owerri. Some of the criminals were caught.
Yes,
they were caught, and I want to believe that this is going to serve as deterrent.
A deterrent.
And I want to, most importantly, not just being caught. I want a situation where investigations will be made, and they would know those that are really behind the destruction of the INEC offices, and maybe they will be brought to book.
And they will be punished.
That's it. They will be brought.
They will be. They should.
That is the main. That's what, because if this is not done, we will still.
We're back to square one.
We'll continue to have, the INEC offices being, attacked. It's really sad, and our honorable man at the helm of affairs, Yakubu, is making a lot of noise. I appreciate the fact that he's not keeping quiet.
He's not keeping quiet.
I appreciate, the fact that he's not keeping quiet, and everybody is working tirelessly to make sure that come February 2023. Oh my God, let me start.
I'm actually so excited that we're having elections. I'm actually excited.
And I pray 2023, I pray and hope that we're going to have the elections. And for those of us media practitioners, INEC officials, the electoral observers, and every other people, all the stakeholders, I pray and hope that we're going to be free, we're going to be safe, to move around. And I just pray that, the fear of everybody, the Southeast also, will be able to conduct the elections, and there will be, can I say there will be no shed of blood?
Well, let's hope so. We'll keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best.
We can only pray for something positive to come. I think we'll go on a short break.
All right, we'll take a short break right now. When we come back, we'll look at the news recap on the Bumper Breakfast Show. Please stay tuned.
Papa, mama, brother, sister, this Lagos must work for all of us. Everybody jà fún Èkó.
Oh yes, Lagos people, papa, mama, sister, brother, auntie, plus including uncle them. Better don land for Lagos State gidigba. Money wey be for Lagos State, then go use them for Lagos State. Wella, no more baba sope. They no go chop Lagos State money. Nobody go pocket Lagos State. Then go take and build Lagos State, build road, build hospital, build houses, and now only one man fit do this job. His name na Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor. He can't carry one ogbonge person as the deputy governor. Her name na Funke Akindele. My people, wetin we dey wait for? Make we vote for light, vote for change. No be the kind change wey dem vote before. This one na the original change. How Amumu don do? Pay dey pay.
Everybody jà fún Èkó.
Welcome back to the Thursday edition of the Bumper Breakfast Show. We'll take the news recap. President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday launched the National Monitoring and Evaluation App, iMark. The iMark is a new app which enables citizens to track government projects. Buhari also blamed the spate of corruption on the poor implementation of infrastructure projects across the country. With iMark, the president said the status of projects, the total amount appropriated and dispensed so far are non-available in the public space.
We must all play our roles in the success of project implementation through earmark. As such, the earmark application should be used by all federal MDAs as the primary tool for project monitoring and evaluation. I further implore all MDAs to furnish the application with the relevant data and information for all current and future projects, as the earmark application offers us an opportunity to sensitize and advertise to the world the goals and magnitude of infrastructure projects being carried out by this administration. This should be done by working closely with the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, through the National Monitoring and Evaluation Department to continually build upon current efforts. On their part, the contractors should similarly utilize the platform as a means to keep citizens abreast of your good works, updating them regularly as projects progress or unforeseen circumstances arise.
The iMark application, no doubt, gives us the ability to analyze the public opinion of a project, ministry, department, and agencies and contractors. Be it positive, neutral, or negative, each stakeholder will be in touch with the sentiments of the citizenry and complying with this in mind. Your Excellencies and distinguished Cabinet colleagues, the iMark application provides us with the opportunity to express to Nigerians and the world at large the projects and initiatives we work so hard to make a reality every day. It gives us a chance to educate the population on the reasons behind every project and our theory of change, which details the long, medium, and short-term impact we aim to achieve in relation to activities required for each project.
Executive Council at its meeting on Wednesday approved a total of 95.9 billion naira for the remediation of simple hydrocarbon impacted sites in Ogoniland. The amount is in favor of 35 contractors and the construction of 132 VK transmission lines and power substations for phase 1 of the Ogoni Power Project. The Minister of Environment, Mohammed Abdullahi, stated this on Wednesday while briefing journalists at the end of the Federal Executive Council at the State House. He noted it is essential to provide succor to the Ogoni people. He again described the slow implementation pace of the Ogoni cleanup exercise as concerning. Abdullahi, however, linked the normal progress to several litigations by different groups over the years. Tom.
In another development, President Muhammadu Buhari has written the Senate seeking the approval of a total sum of 819.5 billion supplementary budget of the 2022 fiscal year to address various infrastructure that was destroyed by flood across the various states of the country. The letter of President Buhari's supplementary budget proposal was read yesterday by the President of the Senate, Senator Ahmed Lawan, just as it was explained that the money is meant for the capital expenditure component of the 2022 budget, with an attendant increase of deficit of 8.17 trillion.
This may compound the situation of food security and nutrition in the country. The flood also devastated the road infrastructure across the 36 states and the FCT that affected several sections of major roads and bridges nationwide that are critical for movement of goods and services. The waters affected by the flood, and there is the need to complete some ongoing critical projects that have achieved about 85% completion. The 9 critical projects proposed in the sector cut across water supply, dam projects, and irrigation projects nationwide. I have therefore approved a supplementary 2022 appropriation of 819 billion 536 million 937,813 naira, all of which are capital expenditure. The supplementary will be financed through additional domestic borrowings. This will raise the budget deficit for 2022 to 8.17 trillion naira and deficit to GDP ratio to 4.43%. The revised medium-term expenditure framework is attached as Annexure 1. The detailed breakdown of the 2022 supplementary is attached as Annexure 2. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my warm regards.
All right, the Federal Capital Territory High Court has ordered the interim forfeiture of $899,900 and $304,490,160.95 naira recovered from a former Accountant General of the Federation, AGF, Ahmad Idris, by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The court also forfeited 15 properties recovered from Idris in Kano and Abuja. The properties linked to Idris, which were listed in the schedule for forfeiture, include Kano City Mall, Al-Ikhlas Shopping Mall at Manwawati, Kano, one-story shopping complex at Ladani, Kano, corner shops at Ladanai, Kano, a duplex at Kasana, Abuja, a royal duplex at Deneji Quarters, Kano, and a duplex at plot 271 New Jersey Street, Efa Blue Fountain Estate, Abuja. Idris and others are being prosecuted by the EFCC on 14 counts of stealing and money laundering to the tune of 109 billion naira. Tom.
Officials of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, were attacked with dangerous weapons while on official duty at Ojota by members of the Tricycle Keke Owners Association of Nigeria, TOAN, Ojota branch on Sunday, 19th of December 2022. The LASMA officers who were attacked with dangerous weapons, including cutlasses, iron, broken bottles, and local charms, had to abandon their duty posts after one of them was seriously injured. A press statement issued by the Director of the Public Affairs and Enlightenment Department of LASMA, Mr. Adebayo Taufik, said the officer Oguntimei Ajibola was injured in his left eye with broken bottles by the attackers and is currently on admission in Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, Ikeja.
All right, still in Lagos, the Lagos State Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, appears prepared to ensure reduction in road accident during the Yuletide period of Christmas and New Year, and it has helped to deploy 3,250 personnel comprising regular and special marshals ahead of the celebrations. The sector commander Olusegun Olubemide disclosed this in Lagos while speaking in an exclusive interview with the MITV News. Our correspondent Fatoke Kunle compiles details in this report. Okay, I think we'll have to go on a short break now. Fortunately, we cannot get the report to us right now. We go on a short break. When we return, we will be talking about something that matters to everybody now. We'll have somebody on phone with us. We'll be talking about food prices. But first off, we'll be talking about the cost of rice in the market. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We will be right back.
Papa, mama, brother, sister, this Lagos must work for all of us. Everybody down fún Èkó.
Oh yes, Lagos people, papa, mama, sister, brother, auntie, plus including uncle them. Better don't land for Lagos State gidigba. Money wey be for Lagos State, then go use them for Lagos State. Wella, no more baba sope. They no go chop Lagos State money. Nobody go pocket Lagos State. Then go take and build Lagos State, build road, build hospital, build houses, and now only one man fit do this job. His name na Abdulaziz Olajide Adediran Jandor. He can't carry one ogbonge person as the deputy governor. Her name na Funke Akindele. My people, what do we wait for? Make we vote for light, vote for change. No be the kind change where they vote before. This one na the original change. How Amumu don't do? Pay they pay.
Everybody down fún Èkó.
You must have the fear of God, because the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. A man slapping a wife and asking the wife, get out, go to hell. If he has the fear of God, he should know slapping the wife is like slapping himself.
Somebody sees a thing, comes into a place, looks around and says, no. I mean, we should reorganize things. Things are not moving well.
And he says, shut up.
But you say, shut up. There's no opportunity for, I mean, how will they learn? Tomorrow, when they get into power, when those same youth get into power, they will not want to listen to anybody with a dissenting voice.
Exactly.
And that will be a conspiracy against progress.
Run away from bad companies. Bad companies ruins good morals. There are distractions that will not allow you to achieve the purpose that you intend to achieve.
Okay. No matter how much amount of money you have in the bank, I can tell you something, it can destroy the home if there's no time for each other.
Getting together for the first time in years was a little bit awkward. Grandpa still tried to entertain us. Mom was always stealing the spotlight from the kids. It wasn't until Grandma cracked a joke
That's my favorite prayer.
that we got back into our groove. In this festive, DSTV is making family time even better with an upgrade.
Stay connected to DSTV and we'll upgrade you to the next package for free.
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nígboro?
Menene tana gore party a gurinka?
Kò sí akpọ́tọ́ n'obodo. Wetin dey ṣẹlẹ̀?
Wetin dey happen?
As e dey go.
To mutane na gida mun dawo yau fa akan wetin dey shele ko wetin dey shele mu ku ne Hausawa, Igbo da Yorubanci mun dawo kuma akan wetin dey shele zan da zuwa mutane na gida. Ni ne sunana ne Adebukola Ololade Adeniyi. Mun dawo fa akan wetin dey shele surutu dadi surutu mai jiya surutu mai dadi wanda samu ga muka a nan station MITV. Mun dawo kenan fa wetin dey shele ya dawo. Abun da muna ce a gurinka, abun da muna ce a iriyanka. Dala ki gaya mu ka abun da duk abun da kina so ki gaya mu da Allah akan wetin dey shele. Mun dawo kenan san da zuwa yawa
wetin dey shele.
That's it,